Coach, you've had a lot of success recently at the Big East. You have a very good team this year. Are there any characteristics of this year's team that may be a little bit different than teams of the recent past?
Yeah, I mean, every team is different, aren't they? You have different talents, you have different personalities. We're going for a seventh consecutive Big East championship here at the tournament, and that means that we've been here before. So we have three classes of players that have been champions, and my two captains have been three-time Big East champions. So we know the way.
One of the things that you guys are so dominant on your road schedule, you've done a great job, and this is kind of like a neutral site. But how do you encourage the girls to not have the mentality that each game is just kind of given to you guys at this point from your dominance? What do you tell them to make sure that they're honed in, that each game is a new game?
Well, one thing is we can always look at the bracelet that the team got, and actually Amanda came up with the idea, which is always earned. So I think our team understands that every victory has to be earned, and I think that's one of the keys to our success is the passion with which they play and their commitment to excellence in everything they do, and it's on the field and off the field. Both my captains are terrific students. The team GPA was over 3.5 last year. So, I mean, the commitment to excellence on and off the field just it's unwavering. And I think we're 9-0 on the road. But I don't think this is a neutral site. Because I think it's Liberty's home field. So if we do play them in the final, that would be an advantage for them. Yeah, so I think that would make it even more exciting.
What have you done, Coach, to prepare your team for Villanova tomorrow?
Well, it's an interesting thing. The score at halftime against Villanova was 5-0 when we played them a couple weeks ago. However, the stats were much closer. The shots were 10-6 in our favor, and penalty corners were 4-3. Now, the scoreline was 5-0 because we scored on all four corners. And then someone put put another ball in from the field. So I think it's going to be a great game. And one of our former team captains, a two-time national champion, Carly Heistand, is their assistant coach. So I think that gives them a nice advantage there because she knows how we play. But we're excited. We love seeing Carly. We're excited to play Villanova.
This one's for Amanda and Amelia. As seniors and captains, how do you guys feel heading into this tournament and this being your last Big East championship?
I would say we're excited. I don't want to speak for Amanda, but I'm sure she's excited too. We do know that we're coming in. We have to realize that, again, we have to work just as hard as before. And even though we did beat Villanova the first time, they're going to come with a game plan, and they're going to want to win just as much as we do. So we got to stay focused.
For Amanda and Amelia, congratulations on the first team selection for the Big East. Coming into, again, this kind of final year, was there ever a moment during this season that you kind of looked at each other and all said, look, this is it, this is our last season, let's finish this really strong? Was there any moment this season that you guys kind of reflected as a team?
I feel like definitely after, obviously we've had 3 losses this year, and after those losses, we definitely came together as a team and realized that there's other great teams out there. Liberty, especially being one of them, is a top 20 team. So definitely after those games, we try to figure out where our strengths and weaknesses are to try to become a better team, especially going into postseason for this tournament.
And then, sorry, I was just going to add on to that. After our loss against UNC, it was a really, close game. And I think even though we lost, it did give us the confidence that we know, if we end up playing them again, we can beat them. So, or we, feel that we, have the ability to, again, go out and have a very competitive game.
It's anybody's game on any given day, so.
Do you guys ever have moments on the field where it's maybe a closer game like UNC, where you guys, because you know, hey, we can compete, do you ever have moments, or was there ever a game in the season that you guys just said, you know finished out and won.
Yeah, we've had a few games where we've actually been down at halftime, and we know like we do have the ability to come back, and we've proven that in the past. So I think that's a good situation to have experience going into postseason. So if we do go down, we know that we have done it in the past and can do it.
Coach, what would be some of the things that you would tell the players in a situation that you are going in down? If you know, we're down at a halftime or something, what's some of the things you would tell the players to just encourage them to finish strong?
Well, I think we just have so much confidence and faith in this group. And I think what happens is under adversity, teams either pull together or they pull apart. And we have such strong, character profile on this team that they're the type of team that they'll pull together. And you can see it in their eyes. Let me tell you something. A coach is not going to, we have only so much impact on the game. And in this country, a lot of focus is on coaches. Like if you watch an NFL game and a player, literally like 100 times during the NFL game, they'll focus on the head coach, either a good play or a bad play. But really, I think the success we've had winning 3 national championships in the past 5 years has because it's very player-centered. And our players set the tone at practice. They don't run practice, but kind of they do. Let's be honest, they do run practice because it's their effort that's going to set the tone and the standard at practice. So I think our culture is very player-centered, and we feel that when we're behind, we look to them. I mean, I know people think they should look to us. It really doesn't work that way at the University of Connecticut. We look to them. Like they've got to solve the problem. In field hockey, you have 1 timeout. Whereas in basketball, there might be 16 during a game when you add TV timeouts and coaches' timeouts. So our sport is very player-centered. If you empower the players, you're kind of getting the edge in winning because the sport is so player-centered. Whereas if a coach, you try to control everything, it's not going to be a winning equation. That's how we do it. So, and we don't want to go down in this tournament. But I do think if we go down in this tournament, I think our team has the ability to fight back.
Amanda and Amelia, how do you feel about playing at a new championship venue this year? I know you guys played here before, but how does it feel to have a new host site for the championship?
I think it's exciting, but honestly, it's just like any other Big East championship tournament. We're just going to go in the same way we have in the past. With our head on fire, going for the wins.
Amanda, you've been the most outstanding player in this tournament before. What are your memories of last year's tournament?
I mean, it's exciting. It's an exciting experience to be. At that point, I don't know how many championships we have, but it's exciting. I mean, I don't really care about being the most outstanding player. It's about our team. Advancing on, getting a spot in the tournament. So I think it's more of a team achievement than anything else.
All right. Good.
All right, good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.